It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. They run again with Dowdle. Able to push his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A running play. It's Dowdle down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Prescott from the gun on third. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. Leading him out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown. 47 yards. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an even 90 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, just 0 hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Seibert on for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the run, it's Dowdle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. that's taken on the 25. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, smash Bronco.
Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even touchdown passes.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
They run here with Gamble.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. That's it. 26.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this 1st half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
And he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
2nd and 5.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jonathan Allen able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
And this one a 41-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Daniels looking to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And out of bounds right around the 20.
2nd down and 3. Now Daniels.
This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's down to the 11.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go.
Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dorrance Armstrong drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Commanders will take over with a first. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Start.
Robinson up the middle.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Robinson with another carry.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
To the air goes Daniels.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
To throw is Daniels.
Steps away to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. That's into the hands of Tolbert.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Prescott.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over, after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Tolbert hauls in the out route. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders offense and their quarterback set to take the field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing now is Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Operating from the gun. Daniels. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more.
Yeah, here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Prescott to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Dorrance Armstrong getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Yeah, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 18. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Here's Daniels.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown. Noah Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And the Washington offense going back to work. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
68 yards.
And the Commanders are pouring it on. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Seibert on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go! 26! 26! 26!
Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Prescott.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third.
Back now at Commanders Field.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Dowdle.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return.
And the Commanders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Prescott. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Taken in at the 22.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Daniels looking to throw.
Rolling to his left.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
24 yards.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again.
They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Third down and 6.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott. Being chased down. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one caught by the tight end Bates.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Come on. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now Daniels.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
To throw is Daniels.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To the air goes Daniels. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Taken from just outside the 30. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for every